Lord and Miller shot first, but they won't be shooting last. I'm Danielle Radford, and this is Screen Junkies News. In a statement released today, Lucasfilm President Kathleen Kennedy revealed that the directors of the Han Solo film, Phil Lord and Christopher Miller, will no longer be involved with the movie. She stated, quote, Phil Lord and Christopher Miller are talented filmmakers who have assembled an incredible cast and crew, but it's become clear that we had different creative visions on this film, and we've decided to part ways. A new director will be announced soon. Wow, what does this mean for the Star Wars spinoff? With me to discuss is Joe Starr.
Wars.
Oh, hello. Yes, they did. So obviously, Phil Lord and Christopher Miller, they did respond, which was great, and they cited creative differences, saying, quote, unfortunately, our vision and process weren't aligned with our partners on this project. We normally aren't fans of the phrase creative differences, but for once, this cliche is true. We are really proud of the amazing and world-class work of our cast and crew. So...
Whew, this is like the ultimate, like, Kathleen Kennedy was like a parent being like, I'm very disappointed in you. And then being like, I'm very disappointed in you, Mom. Like,
and then just walking away and stopping. Yeah, so what do you think? Like, what do you think those creative differences could have been, first of all?
I don't, maybe it was too funny. I mean, they're Lord and Miller.
Well, right, so they're known for, like, the Lego movie, 21 Jump Street, 22 Jump Street. They're funny dudes.
Like, they've got, like, when Woody Harrelson was cast, that was like... Woody Harrelson isn't necessarily always a funny actor unless you're weird, and you were like, Natural Born Killers is hilarious.
I feel like that was you, but continue. Go on. I know you. We're friends.
It's a puzzle piece, a Joe Starr puzzle piece.
But they're right there.
But like him being cast by Lord and Miller, I was like, that seems like it's going to be a funnier Woody Harrelson, like sort of more of like a Zombieland or kind of character. So I don't know if
it was. You've got like a Donald Glover who can go either way, obviously, who can do great, amazing, super funny broad comedy, but he can also bring it down when he needs to. So it did seem like this was going to be a funnier take on a Han Solo movie.
Yeah, but I will say, I think it might not necessarily be a popular opinion, but I also feel like Rogue One felt overproduced. I think even people who enjoyed the film can at least meet me halfway on the nerd bridge and be like, yeah, it felt like there were a few hands in the cookie jar on Rogue One. And I think in the case of these guys, you know, some people you can push, and then some people kind of go, you know what, nah. And Lord and Miller are apparently the folks that can go, nah, we're good.
Yeah, especially when you have a team that's worked together, like, obviously very successfully. They've got their own thing. They can always go back and make 28 Jump Street.
Yeah, which I'm very excited about.
You're very excited for 28 Jump Street. So it's currently in production, which is, I know. And it's scheduled for a May 2018 release, and it seems to be saying that they're still going to stay on schedule. Do you think that they should try to keep that schedule, or go ahead and be okay with pushing it back?
So I have to give credit for this idea is one that Dan Murrell trumpets constantly, and I think he's right on the money. I think studios have this process so backwards right now, where the first step of a movie should not be we put a little X on the calendar that we got for Christmas, you know, and like
just on your flu for the week calendar.
Yeah, exactly.
Just a bunch of dogs and hats, and you're like, Star Wars.
It's right before Brent's birthday, you know, like they should know well before there's even a release date whether there's going to be creative differences. You know, you assemble the team that's passionate about the project, and then they make a project, and if you know, like it's all just feels backwards. So
very cart before the horse.
I don't think you should keep this date. I think that's the worst possible thing you can do right now, is to just keep plummeting forward. It's what they did with Suicide Squad. You know. I mean, it's what they did with Suicide Squad, and look what happened. Yeah, I think you hit pause, you figure out who you're going to bring on board to sort of put this together, and I hope that this isn't a situation of Lucasfilm being like, no, we want our toys played with this way, and they bring in someone who can make the Han Solo movie the way, you know, they want to make it with minimal oversight, which clearly probably isn't the case here.
No. Yeah. And so you mentioned having someone come in. So who do you, if you in your best world, who do you have come in and take this over at such a late stage?
I don't know, man. Honestly, I mean, this is a smart-ass sort of non-answer, but really, I feel like it's going to be someone who plays ball.
Yeah.
Is who's going to come in. And not to say that's a bad or negative skill. Being a director who can come in and go, what do you need me to do? Roll up my sleeves and here we go. Like, that's a good skill to have in this town. But I don't, you know, in terms of like, oh my God, what if Patty Jenkins came in and made her own hunt? Like, that's not a thing that's going to happen now. Like, you're not going to get Ryan Coogler to come in and be like, this is a Ryan Coogler Han Solo movie now. You're going to, you need someone to come in. Someone who can come in, roll up the sleeves, and keep the lights on so that those gaffers still have a job and that this production can complete.
Yeah, we do want those gaffers to have a job. That is a very good point. Very good points. Thank you so much.
They just need to work together to reach completion. And just as that sounds horribly unsexy, it sounds horribly uncreative, and I think that's where we are.
All right, well, thank you.
Just keep this marriage together for our kids.
Who would Chewie go home with? Which one? Who gets to keep Chewie now?
What's Life Day gonna look like?
2 homes. It's gonna be Life Day in 2 homes. It's so rough. I love your face.
No one thinks about Lumpy. No one ever thinks about Lumpy.
Oh, now I am. Oh, what a bummer. Joe Starr.
Daniel Radford.
Best person in the whole world. Thank you so much. We have heard what Joe Starr thinks about this. Now we want to know, what do you think about this, and who do you think would be someone who could come in and take over this Han Solo movie? Let us know in the comments below, and remember, be nice to each other. Thanks so much for watching. Please click here for more internets, tweet us at SJ News, and make sure to subscribe to SJ News. Bye!